Welcome back. So we got you a sneak peek into our top 10 list. Let's straight away get to the action then. Now we have our research team standing by with all the stocks that you should keep on your radar today. Guys, good morning to all of you. Vivek, let's start off. Easy trip planners. Interesting development you're picking up there. Tell us more.
Good morning. That's right. So two stocks on the radar. First, we'll start off with Ease My Trip. Over here, there's a stake sale happening. Block deal expected, pre-market. The promoter, Nishant Pitti, is looking to sell up to 8.5% stake in the company. Indicative issue price for this particular block deal is at 41.5 rupees a share. So the block size could be in the range of 580 to 622, depending on the price range at which the block deal happens. Remember, Nishant Pitti held close to 28.1% stake in the company at the end of Q1. The other stock on the radar is KEC International. Remember, the company had taken an enabling resolution to raise up to 4,500 crore after the Q1 results, but the company has launched a QIP and they're raising just close to 870 crore this time around. Indicative issue price of close to 955 rupees a share. Equity dilution at 3.5% of the existing share capital. The company says they will be using the proceeds both for debt reduction as well as for general corporate purposes.
Okay, got it. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. Well, let's hop across to Vamakshi. She's here to tell us about MCX and HDFC Life. Morning, Vamakshi.
Well, good morning, Nigel. Let me first start off with MCX. MCX has revised the transaction fees for futures and options contract with effect from October 1st, and this is to comply with SEBI's True to Label norms. Now, the futures transaction fee will be revised to 2.10 rupees per lakh of turnover value as compared to 1.75 to 2.6 that we saw earlier under the slab-wise fee structure. The options transaction fee will be revised to 41.8 rupees per lakh of premium turnover value, and with this earlier was around 40 rupees to 50 rupees. The company earlier had said that the impact for exchanges will be neutral, but Morgan Stanley, who has an underperform call on this counter with a target price of 2,950 per share, says that ceteris paribus, the rise in transaction fees would actually result to a 5% increase in the FY26 CPS, but it will be important to watch out for the impact that this has on the volume. So, given those factors, going with a mild green for MCX. HDFC Life is the next counter I'm watching out for. Capital Raising Committee will be meeting on September 27th to finalize commercial terms for 2,000 crore issuance of subordinated debt instruments, and this in turn will supplement the overall capital for the company, and given that, going with the green for HDFC Life.
All right, Vamakshi, thank you very much for that. Well, let's move on to more names. Delta Corp, Gillette India, Shilpa Medicare, all with news. Vinny's here to detail those out. Vinny, morning.
Good morning. So yes, starting with Delta Corp, we could maybe see some value unlocking coming in. So a positive sign is what we're expecting for Delta Corp. The board has approved the demerger of its hospitality as real estate business as well. And this will be penned and kept under the name Delta Penland. Now, so this is the ratio of exchange that they'll be getting in terms of shares. One share of Delta Penland will be allotted to every shareholder who's holding one share of Delta Corp. So yes, positive signs expected here. Gillette India, that we're expecting a bit of a downside in Gillette India because its Bangladesh distributor has terminated the agreement. This is going to be with effect from 31st of December 2024. The net sales for that was around 2%. So maybe we could see that bit of an impact coming in the net sales for Gillette India from Jan 2024. So keeping an eye on that. Lastly, Shilpa Medicare also in focus, expecting a bit of a downside here as the promoters have pledged around 3.49% stake in the company. A list of promoters are there. Overall total shares is 34.25 lakh shares, so keeping an eye on that.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vinny. Well, let's go back to Vamakshi, and she'll wind this down with some more stocks that are in the news. Vamakshi.
Well, absolutely, Nigel. Let me first start off with Sarda Energy. The company has received a nod from Chhattisgarh Environment Conservation Board, and this is for expansion of production capacity of Gare Palma coal mine from 1.44 MTPA to 1.68 MTPA. Given this development, going with the green for Sarda Energy. Hariom Pipes is another counter that I believe will be opening in the green, and that is because the board has approved a 700 crore fundraising plan via multiple modes, which also includes QIP. The company also has given nod to increasing its authorized share capital from 40 crores to 50 crores. So given this development, going with the green for Hariom Pipes. And lastly, let's also focus in on Cartrade Tech. There was a block deal yesterday. Hydel Investment, which is a unit of Warburg Pincus, sold its entire 8.6% stake in the company through a block deal at 920.3 rupees per share. And overall, this block deal was at a little over 370 5 crores. This was done through an open market transaction. On the other hand, we saw Mirae Asset Mutual Fund pick up nearly 6.4% stake in the company in 3 tranches at an average price of 920 rupees per share. So given that development, going with the green for car trade as well.
So Warburg selling and Mirae among the major buyers, domestics buying. That's been the trend in major blocks of late. Vamakshi, thank you very much for that. Let's quickly recap our list of stocks to watch. The ones that have positive news flow around them are MCX, HDFC Live, Delta Corp, Sarda Energy, Hariom Pipes, Car Trade. Stocks that have negative news flow around them, KEC International, Gillette India and Shilpa Medicare. Okay, all right. So that's the stock list for the morning. Let's now look at the commodity cues that we're getting. And we have Manisha Gupta joining in with a roundup of all the action. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, and thank you for that. So, Revel, a huge run-up is what we have seen overnight in commodities, and that has been extended in the Asian markets right now. The gold price is hitting an all-time high yet again, and this time around above $26.65 an ounce. India gold is expected to open at an all-time high as well. Yesterday, we saw 75,000 for the first time ever. Well, there is trend that has continued for various other commodities also. Silver prices gained up by 5% overnight, and you have a multi-month high for many of these base metal prices, where copper is trading at a 2-month highs, aluminum at a 3-month highs, and zinc at 4-month highs. And strong gains have continued for energy as a space as well, where crude oil prices gained almost 2% overnight. With the dollar index at a 14-month low, there's a lot of support coming in for these commodities.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. So that's basically commodities in focus. So maybe, a bit of a bid under commodities and metals specifically because of what's happened in China. We'll take a quick commercial break here. We're going to come back with a special conversation. Ajay Singh, CMD of SpiceJet, will be speaking with us. They've raised 3,000 crores via a QIP. That conversation up next.